right, so now that you've seen a bunch of Pintastic, you didn't see everything, just some, walking around the free play. You get to see some gameplay, etc. And this other stuff, that other videos are going to come out, like the review of the Porta Pocket that I said I was going to do. I used it, and I'm going to record a review and get that uploaded. But before I give all the thoughts, just wanted to throw in there that we did go do the meet and greet with the Wonka kids, and we're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about what I thought about Pintastic, the future of it, etc., etc. And then you can just comment down below if you've been, if you went this year. What did you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Also, what do you think about the future location? And I'll give my thoughts of what worked, what didn't work, and my thoughts on how it could be improved. We'll do that. So this video could potentially be a long video. I don't know, but we will see. So first, I got there Wednesday night. I got there like, I don't know, 6, 7 o'clock, something like that. Like, after I got out of work, I drove up, etc., etc. I went and checked in. I chilled out, got some dinner, and we did the Grove Show Wednesday night. So we did that live from the hotel room, and it was cool. So Thursday is when it really started, the Pintastic. And what I think about the whole thing is, Thursday, I know it's kind of like for the early birds, but I think it kind of doesn't work because there's no vendor hall. There's not as many games in there yet. Still works as the VIP room, which is great. If you had an LE badge, you got to use it basically all the time, early to whatever. Excuse me, I'm still trying to catch up from Pintastic. If you had a premium badge like I did, or a pro badge, you could only use it from 8 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning. So that was cool. It didn't really matter anyway, because that was the time that I was ready to play that. Another perk you got Friday nights was the after party, and that I don't even bother with the after party because every time I go there, there's no food, and I go there pretty early. Everybody just eats it all. It is what it is. So I just don't bother anymore. I'm just like, I will say, honestly, the free play set selection was kind of awful this year. There was a lot of titles in there that were just kind of blah. There was some cool ones like that I've never played before, and it was great that I got to play them, like Bob Wire, and I love that they had a Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger one. There was one Torpedo that I thought was kind of neat. I know it was Day to East. They had some of the usual suspects, and there's usually like it seems like every year there's like multiple of one type in the free play. Like this year seemed to be Roller Coaster Tycoon. I guess everybody wanted to flip those. There was a cool one that was linked to the game, so when you got into a certain mode, it would move the roller coaster, and then it would go around. I didn't get to see it, and I didn't try that game. It was always busy, so I just didn't bother. I at one point I had owned a Roller Coaster Tycoon, and it's not my favorite game. And yes, being a roller coaster enthusiast, you'd think I would like still keep it and think it's. To me, it's not a great game. The cool thing though about the free play room was it was always busy. They added some arcades to it this year, like more than usual. Also, I noticed on the Sunday, because usually the last day it's kind of like there's barely any machines. Well, they took all the machines, from the vendor hall that were left and the VIP room, and they put them in, and people still left their machines. So it was good. There was no shortage of machines. Oh, God, I'm so tired. I'm sorry, guys, but we'll keep it in. Beyond that, overall, I had fun. I'm not knocking it, saying it was. There's nothing the people at Pintastic can do about that. People bring the games, and if they're not my cup of tea, that's on me. That's not them. People were having a ball. Nobody was like, "Oh my God, this is the worst thing since sliced bread." None of that. Everybody was like having a great time. Free play room was packed all the time. I didn't see any seminars. I was busy. I forgot about some of them, which I'm kind of ashamed of because there were a few that I wanted to go into. Shame on me. I did do the Wonka. We had the picture. I don't know if anybody's seen the picture, but it's the thumbnail anyway. And we got a cup, but it was for Pintastic cup. I don't have it with me over here, but we did get the poster. Here on the bottom its side. Because of the new pinball machine, I did not buy one. I can't buy one because I'm buying a house and selling and all that. So if you look on the top to my left, probably your right or whatever, Jersey Jack is the guy that runs the company. Pat Lawler's the designer. John Usey is the other designer to it. Then you have let's see if you can. You see Charlie Bucket, Veruca Salt, Mike TV. They signed it. They were there. Obviously, you could see in the picture, they're obviously not kids, even though it's the Wonka kids. They're not kids anymore. I think we can all agree on that. I gotta get this thing in a frame. I think tomorrow I'm gonna go get a frame for this thing. I gotta measure it out. I don't want to destroy this thing. I'm just gonna lay it out. Let's put it right here for right now, and then I want to lay it on the floor so I don't destroy it. For right now, I gotta get a frame. I don't want to ruin that. That's an awesome poster. They were very pleasant, very nice. They were awesome. They were inside the vendor room when they weren't doing this. People were coming up to them, talking to them, getting autographs, getting pictures. They were making some dough, so they were having fun. It was great. I will say the Wonka pinball machine is pretty cool. It's not one I'm going to run out and buy like right away, but it is on the list to buy because I really enjoyed it. There was another one that was roller coaster themed, so to speak. It was Oktoberfest, so it's themed to that German tradition, the whole Oktoberfest thing. But it has one of the ramps is themed to a roller coaster, and you can get the corkscrew multi-ball. There's a bumper car mode. There is a rotor mode. There is ring toss. Music Express. They call it Rock Express. I mean, I got into a lot of modes on that. I didn't get to all of them. But it was like a, what do you call it? Like a, like Oktoberfest. So that was great. That was really, that one and the Alice Cooper Nightmare Castle were definitely my standout machines of it with Wonka. Those are like the three like favorites that I kept going back and playing and waiting. Usually I won't play a wait in line. I didn't play Black Knight because I was just like, I don't, like, it just didn't, like, just watching people play it, like, online and watching people play it, it wasn't one that I was willing to wait for. We'll just say that. When I get a chance to play one, I'll play one, but I didn't. But overall, I thought Alice Cooper, the flow of the game was awesome. Same thing with Oktoberfest. Great game, great modes. I got like 146 million on Alice Cooper and was just like killing it and having a grand old time. I was playing Oktoberfest. I know I got over 1 million points, I believe, on that, and I mean that's hard. That's not like easy to get, but it was a great game. There was the vendor hall was kind of light this year in terms of things to buy and stuff like that. But I'm sure the vendors that were there were making some dough, and it could be in part because it's so close to the holiday, people not wanting to come or whatever. But this year was just light on it, so I think they need to try to get more vendors involved in it this year. I don't know what was going on, why vendors weren't there, or whatever the case may be. Number 2, overall, Pintastic is awesome. I'll be going next year. The location is changing. It's not going to be in Sturbridge next year. It's going to be at the Boxborough Regency in Boxborough, Mass. So we'll see how that turns out. It's bigger, more parking, so it should be better. Because Pintastic has basically outgrown the Sturbridge Host Hotel. It just doesn't work like that. But beyond that, I would say that the positives were the VIP room had awesome machines. The free play for me didn't have the awesome machines that I would have liked, but that's just my personal preference. I probably should have brought some games to sell. They probably would have sold real quick. Because there wasn't a lot of games for sale this year for some reason. I saw there was more not for sale than for sale. It is what it is, but the other thing that I noticed, and I was talking to volunteers, there's a lack of volunteers, and if you like pinball and you want to help out and get some perks and stuff, I would definitely email Pintastic and sign up to volunteer. I already talked with Dave. I'm going to volunteer in the vendor hall and just help him set it up, you know, and that I have no problem doing. I have no problem helping him set that up. So, yeah, by all means, I will definitely work on that for next year. But I say if you're going to do it, just go and help. It's not going to kill you. Plus, you get some perks. You know, they really need help in the free play room and guarding the doors and checking the badges and stuff like that. You work for a little bit, and then you can go off and play and do some other things. So keep that in mind. But overall, great event. I love it. I've been to every single one. I haven't missed one. They started in 2015, and I've done 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. This is the 5th one that I've done. The first one I only went for one day. So, but other than that, I had a great time every time. And I saw Dan from Project Pinball, Gabe that runs Pintastic. There was a lot of cool people, a lot of cool things going on. So if pinball's up your alley, definitely go there. So hopefully you enjoyed this review of Pintastic. And leave a comment down below. Did you go? What did you think of it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know. And I will see you guys next time. Peace!
Take it from me, I'll be by your side. Take it from me, I'll be worth your time.